video. Do another video. Do another video. TD. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing an 8-mile circular walk from Ferryhill. As you can see behind us here, that's the village. Car park, free. Behind here is the town hall. You get parked up there, you've got Greggs and a few more little shops. We're going to be starting the walk at the library here, right hand side. There's a little cut that leads you down towards the fields. That's where we're going to be walking to for the start of this walk. Now down here, people from Ferryhill will call this Strawberry Cut just down here. And as soon as you get past this tree line here to the right, the views open up. It looks class. So here's the view coming down. It's always messy here. The wind collects all the rubbish and it's always been like that there. So here we go, that's where it opens up. Left, that'll take you back to the A167. We're going to be going right here along. You've got some houses here which have marvellous views. So we're going to cut left on a diagonal route towards the main path down there. Then you've got a little stream down there. That's where we're heading right now. I forgot to mention we've got Bobby. Bobby's out with us. He's going to attempt the 8-mile, even though he's just sat there. Now the weather's forecast, it's overcast, whatever you call it, it's cloudy, it's a bit misty. It's got a slight wetness in the air which seems to stick to you. I'm hoping that we don't get too wet because I haven't really brought nothing. I've got my little bum bag here which has got essentials in. But that's it really. I've just got one bottle of pop. Bobby's got some milk in there. I'm hoping that does us right. So this tree here, this is where you know you're at one of the checkpoints. We go around the sides of this tree, and we're going to head down diagonally. That's it. It's quite a terrible path because it's farmland, and I don't think the farmer really does anything to help things at all. Like, it's crap. At this point, if you feel like you're not quite sure where you're going, if you look straight up towards what we call the Siemens power plant, then you'll see a massive pylon. That's where you want to be heading. There's a humongous pylon. That's where you'd be going. That's your guide. Point of interest. Right, we're entering the Strawberry Cut Woodland bit now. Just be careful down here because it is really muddy. You really want to be wearing some good boots this time of the year, doing walks such as this. It's tight. It's a really tight fit. I'm going to put it through. There we go. See there, people come down with drink, other things, they don't take it away with them. Absolute scruffs. Just mad in that. It's one of my pet hates. So we've got a little stream coming down here. Looks like someone's put a happy birthday thing on. This is where we used to play when we were younger. We used to come down quite a lot. But back in the day, it never looked like this. Rubbish everywhere and that. It was always clean. And wasn't as weedy either. You know, like along there, this is the old train line you could see straight along, where now it's just brambles and everything else. Alright, that's where you're going to be going here. We'll get through this bit. Oh, tight again. And this is where we used to play as a child. That's where I used to play. Again, it's overgrown now. They put some kind of barbed wire fence there, which is a shame. The kids can't do nowadays. Really hard walking in this kind of terrain. Especially when Bobby's having a bit of a whinge. boggy. It just makes things 10 times harder. It's quite a nice day, but there's quite a strong breeze coming over, and that's just giving you a bit chill. You know, and Bobby's just sat here. It's been alright so far. Little whinge like this, but that doesn't really bother us. Just kind of got to keep talking to him. So here's the big pylon which I was on about. It makes some queer sounds. It's actually a little bit scary when you walk past it, because you think you're going to get shocked. You're walking around this bit now, walking around to the main road. Right, this is the main road here. Just be careful. Busy traffic. We have a gap. Are you ready? Let's go! Oh, that's it. Right, we're over now. Now on this bit, what you'll find, if you look left, they've got loads of new outlets. So you've got Screwfix, Howden's, Tool Station, something else, Dufton's. There's also a big gym behind there now. One gym, whatever you call it. All sorts. This is Thinford there. Or Durham Gate, maybe they might call it. Right, this is where we're heading round. Got all sorts out here. Looks like a bit like a dumping ground of some sort. That'll do for the look under. Just going to take you towards a little back road near Het. And I need the toilet. It doesn't help things at all. You know, when it suddenly comes on and you just think, oh. We had a bit of a turning point now, so if we were going to continue straight on, that's going to take us to a place called Low Butcher's Race. And then if we're going to go right up there and right, that's Het. But when you get halfway up this little back road here, you can see kind of a B road up there at the top. We're going to take this right hand turn now. But unfortunately, there's no sign here at all that says public path, but it is. On the OS map it's saying this is a public path. So this is your next checkpoint. We're heading straight over that way. Yeah, so straight down on this bit, you're heading towards Het Moor. This is quite strange. So you've got this little kind of a path here, I guess, which is just pure mud, and then it just stops. So we're going to try and head straight over. I think I'm going to stick in this groove here going all the way along. And there we go, there's the metal slide to get you back on to the road. So there you go, so straight over. When you see the red gate, that's when you know you're in the right place. Now I've got to try and squeeze through here. There's a public sign from the main road here. Right, so we're turning left on this bit. Heading down the main road. And so far down here, we're going to be turning right. And there we go, right? This is where we turn off to the right now. Right, these parts around here, I've never been around here before, so this is all new. So it's somewhere else which I mean, it's shocking, really, that, isn't it? Shocking. Bottles of bleach. Oh, all opens up. You can clearly see down there now the Amazon plant. You see there, this heads down to that back road there coming round. Do you know, I've never seen quicksand in my life with my own eyes out, but looking at this here, I can imagine that could be a little bit like quicksand, how it looks. I just feel like if I was to jump in suddenly there, I would sink, kind of whack. I feel a bit sorry for Bobby here because he's trying to go to sleep, but obviously because I'm walking, his head's going like this. It keeps hitting off the pad on there and then his head's flopping to one side. I just think he's just trying to go to sleep for half an hour. Poor little sod. This walk's been alright so far. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a nice road this walking down. Just past a place called Longfield. Some tree damage there. We've recently had a really bad storm. It's caused quite a lot of damage with trees and that. No vehicles have passed us yet, so it's obviously a quiet road. We've got some more public signage down here, which is good. This is where we're turning off, a little bit further down. Right, we're now heading to Ferryhill Farm, up this swervy track here. It's interesting because I don't know if it's going to go through the main drag of the property here. I can see houses on both sides. Let's have a look. This is what it looks like coming in. I've got a sign there saying slow down, children about. Car park there straight ahead. Got some old buildings here. The left. Again, there's no clear signage where to go. I'm just going to guess it's this way. Yeah, so we're past it there. Got a massive truck there. Got some swings there as well. Nice. That gate's locked, by the way, so luckily I got through that bit there. Right, we're continuing on. Passing some kind of little stream here. Just trickling through. Nice to see though. Right, here we go. So this is the train line now. This is the main line. We're going to be going underneath it there. This has been well used, this track. There's plenty of trodden footsteps on here. It's always a good thing because at least you know you're definitely on the right path. Some of the track back there was no footprints at all. So, you know, someone might have never used that track back up there for absolute donkeys. And I bet most people didn't even know that existed. If it wasn't for that other sign on the main road, you would never know that was a public right of way. Ferryhill Farm in Ferryhill. There we go. Good signage there. Right, what's happened here? How am I supposed to get over that? That is very awkward. So we're heading up that way. So after you've come through underneath the train line here, come to a sty. Now straight ahead you can see that you're taking to Turdsdale factory. Clearly you can see where the footprints are going. So we're going to head left down the train line here. There's a bird that's at the top of one of these trees up there. There, it's flying off. It's been making noises for it. Look at the size of its wingspan. There's two of them. Wonder if they're partners. Massive birds. I've always wondered what's behind the Amazon plant. So that's the Amazon plant there, and this is what it looks like behind it. So yeah, main train line there. It's like a bit of a viaduct there. Yeah, this is what it looks like behind the Amazon plant, if you ever wondered that. Right, now don't do what I've just done there. So I thought it would have been alright just to walk all the way up there, right next to the disused rail line, and then cross over that way. Turns out it's not, because you've got a little stream here that cuts it off. If I was on my own it would have been alright, but I'm not. I've got Bobby on my back, so I've had to walk all the way down here, which felt like about half a mile, just So I can cross over this bit, and then you've got a little tiny bridge here to cross this. Even this looks really unstable. Oh, right. So now we're on the right track. So don't do that. Make sure you come all the way along this way first, then cross over. I'm not 100% how far I've walked so far, but my legs are starting to feel it a little bit. It's especially having with Bobby on my back and having my feet weighted down with mud. You know, I've got that extra weight there. Gets to you after a while. I feel better now. I feel like I'm on the right track again now, and we're heading in the right direction. Right, little bridge here. Steps going up. Oh, steep. Right, Rocky Balboa time. Nearly there. Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly at the top. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks amazing. Look at that. Just miles of nothing. Now we're heading back down. Right, this is where things start to get a little bit awkward now, because in theory, that Amazon plant there has been built on a public path. So we're going to be heading to the main road now. And I think there's a Greggs here. I might pop in and get a pasty. So we're going to have to use our initiative here and try and find the next public right of way on the other side of the road. They must get extremely bad flooding around here, because there's loads of these little flood defence systems kicking about all around this area. That's obviously drainage there. You can see it's got a hole going through it, which would take it down there. Probably that would meet towards that other river, or that other stream back down there. Oh, look at that in the distance. Greggs! Bobby's got his Greggs. Do you like it, Bobby? Do you like it? Lovely jubbly. Well, we've been to Greggs. We've had a sausage roll. There you go. Costa there. Greggs. Something else over there that's going to get built soon. Something to do with Tesla. Right, we're now heading to the main road. Got to keep an eye out here. I can already see straight over this roundabout it says public path there. So that's where we're going to head to now and see where that takes us. So we are heading up now. So we're heading towards the interchange that would take you onto the A1 or Durham, I think it's called Boburn Services, something like that. But it's a service station at the top of me, that's where we're heading to. Well, I could have just went to McDonald's like and got a burger, but never mind. I didn't know it was going to take us up this way. Right, there's your public path sign. Here we are. Get over the step here. Take us down towards the A1 this way, and then we're going to cut in on the side path, and I think it's that bridge over there. You know what gets on my wick? When you go somewhere like Greggs or somewhere like that, and you have to pay to eat in, it's unreal. I think I've just paid £1 right there just to sit in there for 15 minutes. McDonald's don't charge you for that. They've got a diner restaurant. Right, Blue Bridge down the road. the path here is starting to elevate up a little bit to get you on this blue bridge. This must have been a proper road at some point. I say it's clearly wide enough, and that it's a proper tarmac road the whole way down. Right, you might recognise this bridge. So it's just before the turn off to get to the border, whatever they call Durham services. Here one further that way, south. So coming off the blue bridge, we're going to turn right, and it's going to take you down to Willow's Farm. Now, this is the kind of bit now that I don't really like, because it's clear that it's not used that often. Other way is because you've got a housing estate up there, but this way clearly isn't used that often. Look at this one, bodge job at the best. There's a horse in the field down here. It's clocked us. I like horses, but I've got no experience with them. I don't know how to handle them or not, and I just like to get out of the field as fast as I can away from them, like, because I just don't know what they're gonna do. I'm gonna hop over this fence down there. I think I was meant to cut over down that way, past that big pond thing here, but I'm not. I'm just gonna lob over this fence just to get away from this horse, because I don't trust it. It's probably coming round now. Nice, I guess, for wildlife. There's the horse over there. We've got another horse there, just walking that way. But here's the public footpath sign. Follow this round left here, and it's going to start taking us away from the motorway. I always find that when I'm on these kind of walks, it's 8 miles, say, and then I always find that it flies over. And the 8 mile, before you plan, you think, oh, it's going to take, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours for the average person. But when you get round towards the end and you think, I really enjoyed that, you're taking in all the scenery, you're taking in your surroundings, nature on the way. You might see things which you don't normally see. Speak to people who you would never speak to. It's lovely to get out. And I always find that if you go somewhere new, it's a little bit more exciting. Now, I wouldn't always expect it to be amazing, because personally I don't think it is. I've had some bad experiences on walks over the years, and you just got to add that to your experience of getting out there. You know, I've had dogs attack us and stuff like that, and I've got lost over the years, don't know where I'm going. The weather might just be that bad that you can't continue, and you just live and learn. It's just times like that might increase your knowledge of what you might need to take for future walks, and things to consider it, to take things into consideration about your location where you're walking. It might make you plan more in detail of where to walk, what obstacles to avoid, depending who you're walking with. You know, it makes you think. Right, again, we've got a little beck here, a little stream. It's not even flowing actually. Now, that public path sign there was one point in this direction, so I can only presume there's going to be a little bridge somewhere around here to get us across this. It's got to be, because the farmer must have to get across somehow. What the hell is going on here? I guess I'm going over this way. So clearly this needs fixing, doesn't it? That must have been used previously. It's just going to get us across. You can see some woods over there. That's where it's come from. Right, let's have a gun. Let's be gone flying here. Oh, did it. You can see there's a tree that's fell down there. It looks like it's come this way. Maybe the tree's fell down, knocked this, which is also knocked this away. It's flowing more here, like you couldn't really tell on there if it was flowing or not. Right, continue on. Right, so at this point, we are going to be heading towards the A1 again. It's a nice path this, I'm surprised. It's a nice little bit of land. We're heading back towards the A1. It might be a bridge going over, it might be going under, I'm not quite sure yet. And then we're going to be heading towards Cornforth. There it is, this is the tunnel that you go under. Now, I don't know which side I got under, doesn't make sense, I'm guessing it's this one. Must be this side. Ah. Bikes here. Here we go. Right, so going off what the OS Maps is saying there, this is part of the old disused train line leading to Cornforth. Just past the lad there, I'll be cracking him on his motorbike. See him canny enough? It's on his own. It's nice talking to people when you're out. Even if it's just saying hello. You know, you might make someone's day just by saying that. It's better than not speaking at all. I think it's awkward when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you pass someone and you don't speak. You know, it's almost rude. It's very British to say hello and how do you do. Right, we're crossing over the road which I think's the A177. Now, I've altered the walk a bit here. I had no idea this walk here was even here. I had no idea. So we're going to give this a try. So I'll alter the route. See, originally I was going to walk down here, then take another public footpath that way. But here we go. So this again, we're staying on the disused train line. This disused train line here. Feels like it's going on forever. And you look back here, it's just feels like I've walked for miles on this bit. It's nice though. I could hear a noise there, I was thinking, what the hell's that? It sounded like one of them electric motorbikes. But when I've looked up here, just behind us to the left there, the biggest pylon I've ever seen in my life. And it was that was making the electric sound. Really loud. Here's the road. Literally, we're going straight over. And this should take us back on. There's a sign there for West Cornforth. We're going to go on this, which is again, it's just the old train line, disused. I've been around this one many a time, doing a few circular walks from Ferryhill. It's changed a bit. I can't remember seeing all this last time. It's lovely. Another road here. So you might recognise that, the big green crossing there. That's obviously where the trains used to go along. So this is again the disused rail line. We're just crossing over. Now usually there's another path up there that would take you over that green bridge. But there's a public path sign. There's some old building work there. Old wall with a plaque, which is now being covered up. I don't know what it says. See, there's something about Hartlepool. I can see Hartlepool on there. Hartlepool Junction, that's all I can read on that. Right, and then it's just basically straight on until we get to the other crossing. Oh, which will then take you over to Ferryhill Cars. Looks like there's an abandoned car along here. I don't even know how that's got along here. Look at this. Look at the size of these delves. Seriously, don't know how this car has got this far along here. Look at this. Look at the gap on there. How's that got there? Unreal. I love it how these trees are kind of arched over the path. It's really cool, and when it snows as well, it's even better because obviously the snow stays on the tree branches and you're walking through it. It's just like a snow tunnel. It looks really nice. I don't know what it is about walking around these woods, but every time I come down, I always feel like there's a presence watching you. It's a strange feeling. Literally every time I come down, and I always feel a bit on edge, to be honest. It's always this bit. You know, there's the green bridge there that you would cross. There's just something about this area which I find really creepy. Like dodgy, almost. Here's a view from top of the crossing, the rail crossing. It's nice. Right, so we're now entering Ferryhill Cars. This is all like swampland round here. We're going to be heading straight up that big hill. If you did want to extend the walk, you can go all the way along and then you can come back up near Duncan. And then you would finish off at the starting point that way, I guess. But in the summertime out here it is lovely because everything's thriving. All the wild plants are coming up and it's just nice to look at, you know. We do get some lovely wild flowers down here. Again, at certain times of the year. This bit, I find. You know when you're a little bit unfit, I think. When you get up this, if you're out of breath, you need to do something about it. I do. So this is kind of the last view that you've got of Ferryhill Cars before we head up the steep path. So when you're coming round, take your time, let it sink in. Some seeds dotted about the area if you want to have a sit down, have your beer or something. Right, let's get this hill up there. Well, that wasn't that bad though. I thought I was going to be absolutely shot off that. Right, so at the top of the hill, if you can open the gate, you know, come out of the nature reserve, go straight over the road and we're heading up Woodland area. That's going to take us back to the village. Right, I'm going to end the video here. So the village is just up the road up there. That's where we started from. Remember, tell someone where you're going. It's important to tell them exactly where you're going for the walk in case anything happens. If you want to watch some more videos like this, subscribe there for one. Like it, watch some more videos there in the corner. I'll see you later on. Ta-ra.